Hello, this is Berry Farm. We put together a short film to try and talk about some of the different things that we do on the farm, so ranging from how the vegetables fit in with the livestock, to thinking about our woodlands, to the orchards, to some of the low-tech solutions that we've come up with, and also some things about our politics and how we finance the project. So if you're interested in setting up something similar or learning from our mistakes, we hope that you get something from this short video. Thanks. Food is such an important part of everybody's lives, and so if you're going to try and tackle the issue of what sustainability really means, then thinking about food supply and food production is absolutely central to that. So what we do at Berry Farm, I would position as being part of a wider movement of emerging resilient agriculture, where people are trying to very genuinely think about how we might be able to produce enough food for people in our localities in a long-term and sustainable way. So on the farm, what we try to do is reduce the amount of inputs that we bring onto the farm and try and make sure that all of the energy that we're using is created on the farm and stays on the farm. Obviously at the moment that's not possible. We're still using tractor diesel, for example, but what we do is that we have integrated the stock and the vegetables into a 6-year rotation system. So what we do is we have 6 blocks, which for 4.5 years out of 6 are down to a lay which the animals graze. We take hay off them for 1 or 2 of those years, but the rest of the time they're essentially building up the fertility of the soil. We're using quite a nitrogen rich mixture. Because we built up the fertility in the soil, it means that we don't have to import nutrients from outside the farm, and the fact that we overwinter the stock inside in the outside bit of the barn means that we've got enough manure, which combined with the other materials that we compost means that we have enough fertility to put back into the polytunnels. Over the last 5 years, what we've been able to do is get to a position where we're now able to produce enough vegetables to sustain a veg box scheme all year round. Because we've got a very strong commitment to local food, we try and sell that, with very few exceptions, within about a 5 or 6 mile area of here. We try to make sure that we grow quite a wide range of different vegetables, because we want to make sure that people who are buying from us are excited when they get their veg boxes, and it's not just, oh look, I've got some slightly sluggy carrots again. So we use the polytunnels quite intensively, so it's important that we are putting all that sort of compost and the fertiliser back in, because we work those very hard, and the polytunnels mean that we're able to extend our season in 2 different kinds of ways. We grow over the winter a lot of the things which can grow outside for the rest of the year, so our early potatoes, kale even, we grow inside, which means that we can crop reliably all year round. And then
puts people in a really awkward position
outside as part of the rotation, which we use for a lot of the summer, and then some of the overwintering crops too. And so within that, with our small veg boxes, we try to make sure there are 7 or 8 different vegetables or fruit in it. With our large boxes, that goes up to 15 different things, so that when people get their veg boxes, they are going, oh look, this is great, and not only do I like the food that I'm buying, but also it means I'm eating locally and sustainably. Recently we've also been expanding into growing things like dried beans, so cannellini beans, borlotti beans, which are important sources of protein for people who are interested in cutting down on their meat consumption. And again, if we're trying to think sustainably how we produce enough food for the world, then thinking about providing different sources of protein has become an important part of what we're trying to do at Berry Farm.